Our amazing speaker is ready to give you lots of things that you can then take and put into action and grow even more. So without further ado, I want to thank our amazing speaker for tonight, Sarah Martinson. Welcome. Really glad and happy that you're here with us. And thank you once again for taking the time from your family to be here. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. I am so excited. I am glad to be here with you tonight from our summer house here down in south of Sweden. And I'm like bubbling here in the car. I know that's not the best, but I promise you, I have built so much of my business in my car. I promise you. When you have 3 children in a small house, you need a big, good car you can drive around and build your business in. So I'm ready, Michael.
Thank you,
Can
Sarah.
I go?
Thank you. You're amazing already, and thank you for doing doing everything that you're doing for us. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna rock this now. So I am ready. Are you ready out there? I am so excited to be here. I have been listening to this Eagle trainings from UK the month before, and when I got the question, I was so nervous. I was like, how can I give those people something? What can I give? So I have a presentation here, and this presentation is like me. I'm all over the place, so please bear with me and just go with the flow, and please ask me questions if you have any. And I'm so ready to do this presentation, so I hope you are too. So Go4Eagle 2025, do you feel it? Can you like see this water in front of you? Can you feel the toes in the sand? Because that's so very, very important when you are going for different goals in this business. You need to be feeling it all every day, every month, every week, to decide for real to really, really, really go for this opportunity. So I'm gonna be a little bit harsh on you in the beginning. So, but I think that that's so important that you really need to know your numbers and really need to check where your status is right now. So do you know what your average is? Because we have 9 months left. Whoa, it feels like a pregnancy. Sometimes that went by fast and sometimes it felt like forever, but we have 9 months left with this month, okay? So we really, really need to take action now. Maybe some of you, like myself, is that person who is best in the end, when you have like, oh my God, now I really, really have to get going. But please do not wait for that. Panic early, panic early. That's from Adam May. I have listened to him so many times. So panic early. That's my biggest tip for now. So 9 months left. So you really need to know what your number is. And I'm going to be really honest now, because I feel like it's important to have, like you say in Sweden, a high roof, a big space, a lot of to share what your business is, or so you can like compare and you can feel like I'm not alone. So I know my average, and it's now, I need to check the numbers. I need to have an average of 42 cc per month to do my 720 cc. And I'm a soaring, and as Michael told you, then you need to have Eagle Manager lines, downlines. And I have several, but only one I can use as a new one. So she has an average of 25 cc per month to qualify with her 720 cc. Do you know your average. And you don't have to do it, but if you want, please send that number in the chat. I know that's scary, but I know that's a lot of people out there who have the same number as you. And I feel like it's very important to connect with other people and see like if they can do it, I can do it, and have that community feeling. So 40, 42, and my downline 75 cc, and it's time to nail those numbers now, because as some of you maybe have felt already, the number is racing very fast if you don't push through and get the numbers right from the beginning. But I want to maybe help you with a thought. It's, you know, it's all about your mindset. And we often talk about, you know, if this was the last month of the qualification period, if my downline Eagle, who has 25 cc in average right now, if this was the last month of her qualification period, I know she will nail this cc. She will do it because you see the finish line so in short time. So I really want to help you with your mindset and think about, okay, so if the finish line is the 31st of August this month, and the CC I need to have for my average is that CC I need to qualify for Eagle and Pocket, then I know you are going to make it. And that mindset you need to have every month, because you need to have that end of qualification period every month, because either way, it will be hard in the end if you don't go for it right now. Are you with me? I have 2 new in May and that are coming supervised in July. That's really good. That's really good. So Eagle Manager, yeah, it is like a work description for me. Many of Forever's incentive is like a work description, because sometimes, you know, it's hard to decide what should I do, how much should I earn, and so on. So Forever has made it simple for us. They have our incentives we just can't follow. So know your numbers and break it down, because I know it feels like a lot in the beginning when you look at those numbers and so many people you need to help to do certain of qualification. So you need to break it down. So what's your average? What do you need to do monthly? What do you need to do weekly? And what do you need to do daily? Because, you know, here in Sweden, it's about maybe the last weeks now in the semester and the holidays. So we're going back to our work time again. And you know, everything you have done for this summer is time to harvest now. So we have a lot to do in Scandinavia coming back from the holidays. And I have written Eagle Vision here. It's like, what is Eagle Vision? Some of you have heard about Dream Board and Vision Board and so on, but I want you to have an Eagle Vision. Every day when you wake up, you need to have that Eagle Vision. You need to see, you need to feel, and you need to get going. Because it's, you know, when you decide to go, I will go for Eagle Manager, because you decided, you're here because you have decided. But you need to decide over and over and over again, because it's popping up things in your everyday life all the time who have taken your Eagle Vision away from you, but you really, really need to have it. One thing is a good thing. You need to have pictures all over the place. I have pictures like this on my phone, at my home, and on my computer. So it helped me to maintain my focus on where I'm going. Because, you know, sometimes you get off the road because something happens and you need to go back again. I don't know about how your summer and your July and your start of Eagle qualification period has been, but either way, you need to get going. Either way, you need to get going now. So I know the road can be bumpy, trust me, I will come to that later. The road can be really, really bumpy, but it's so beautiful. And I talked to Michael just before here. It's like in those rough times, maybe in your life, and as we know in the world, it helps you to grow. Because when everything is fine and you get that flow, you know, you don't grow in the same way. So sometimes you just like embrace those difficult challenges you get in your life or in your business, and like hug them and say, oh, interesting, what will this teach me? How will I grow now when the world is throwing me stuff like this? Or yeah, when you feel that hard road ahead and you on your bicycle trying to go as fast as you can, but you feel like, oh, I'm maybe going backwards, but you're not. You're growing, you're building big muscles. So I'm here to like cheer you on because you're on the right track and you're here. That's the most important. So a little bit of my story. I really found two old pictures from 2014 when I started my business with Forever. And yeah, that's 10 years now. This is my 10-year anniversary. And it's like I'm just in the beginning. And as you maybe know already, if you understand, I'm a girl with a lot of energy, and I have had a lot of works, jobs before, and I'm love to work, but I get like I need to have challenges, I need to grow, I need to have like free hands to do what more I want to do. So I have had different jobs. So I am so like, oh my God, I have been here 10 years and I'm still loving it, maybe more than of course more than I did in the beginning. But 2014 was my start. I was a social worker. I have met my love of my life, David, and we had our first kid, Moa. And I was on my maternity leave. And maybe some of you out there who are a mother or a parent can recognize that feeling when you just like, wait a minute, what do I really want? How do I really want to have my days? I want to decide myself. I was like a 5-year-old, like doing, I want to do it my way. But I hadn't had a clue how and what would that be. So just in a really like, a way, Forever just came down in my lap, and I was a little bit skeptical, of course, as many are, because I didn't know anything about it. But pretty instantly I felt like, oh my God, this is it. This is the way out of it. And I think it was, of course, myself who decided this to be the ticket out, because many people come in Forever, look at it, and they like, oh, that's not for me, and I don't believe in this, and so on. So for me, it was in the beginning, I was like, this is my ticket out, and there wasn't any other thing who could like distract me from doing this. So I really wanted more out of my everyday life. As you heard Michael mention, and as you see, I have 3 daughters now, and it's a crazy time, sometimes, but I just love the opportunity to be with them, around them all the time, and show them that I am working and I having that life that I really dreamt of. So I started at 14th of March 2014, and I'm like, I'm always in a hurry, not maybe always, but often. And when I saw the opportunity, I was like, I really need to do this now. I can't wait, because I was we were living north in Sweden, really north in Sweden. As you know, it's very long. So when I got pregnant, we moved back home, back to south in Sweden. and I quit my job, and I was going to get back and search for new jobs. So I didn't have a job for the moment, because we travel like, yeah, very far away. So I need to quit that job. And it was March, and I was, you know, in the autumn, I was start leave my kid at the kindergarten. So I was like, maybe think, maybe think that I can build the income so I can be home more with my kid. Uh, but when, you know, I have a sponsors named Ulrika Rumbet, many of you know her. She said, but why do you want to get back to your job? No, I don't want to get back to an ordinary job. So she's like, just go for it. And I went. So just 3.5 months later, I became a manager, and I decided from that day, this will be my full-time income. And full income for life. I didn't want another job, so was my way ahead. So I have had this as my only income for 10 years now. It's like I need to like pinch myself. Is that true? Yes, it is. And in the beginning, I thought I would earn like 1,000 Swedish kronor a month. Like, it's like, oh, if I can do that, that's awesome. I didn't believe in myself maybe in the beginning, but that's the power of Forever, and that's the power we have in this community, because I went on the events. I went on a Scandinavian event, Summer Party is its name, and I just saw everybody, so many stories and so many else having this as their only income, and I was like, I'm going for that. No, I really need to go for that. And you know, ahead you start thinking, maybe, because we had 3 kids in a 4 time period, so I have been home with Moa, my oldest, but I became pregnant for in 2014 again in the autumn. And I was thinking, I really want more time with the family, and I know David wanted more time. But you know, as in many, I wouldn't say all, but in many relationships, the man is having a higher income. So I thought, if I earn more than David, he can be home. So my, you know, this competition, you say devil maybe in UK too, but you know, I have that power. I know I have that power to do that, and Forever is that tool that makes everything possible. So I was like, I'm going to try if Forever really can deliver what I deliver. So when Lovi was 1 month old, David went home 15 months on a pater I don't know the word really, but parenting leave. And that was an amazing time. 15 months just waking up when you wanted to wake up. It's not that I not worked. I love to work, but I love to work on my conditions in my way. So we had a really fantastic time. You know, it's a lot when with 2 kids under 2 years, and you know, we bought a new house and we had a really rough time doing a lot. But in that same time, I built my business and travel the world. You know, I'm a girl. I'm here at do you say camping, you know. So I don't have been a lot traveling when I was younger, because we just were mostly in Sweden, and I didn't know that I like to travel. I said, I don't think I like to travel. That's not for me. I don't think that's not fun. But Forever really showed that traveling is so fun. It has shown me so much, and I'm just feeling that I'm already just in the beginning. So I need to speed this up. I can talk about this so long. So as Michael also mentioned, Forever has taken me all around the world. I have been so many different places I would never have booked a ticket to. So I'm so very, very, very thankful for that. So the Eagle Manager, I don't need to give you more inspiration because I hope you're full of inspiration. But I have been on amazing Eagle Manager trips. Oh my God, Phoenix, the home office, the first trip to Greece, Costa Navarino. It's like, remind yourself, I'm a girl from south in Sweden. I live so far out in the forest. We don't even have like lights. Yeah, we have electricity, and so it's not that, but you know, I'm so far from a city. I'm so far. We like the cows and the sheeps and the, you know, the animal is our neighbors. So I haven't like seen this luxury put in that way. And I remember travel there with my um husband, with David, and he's a former hockey player. So you know, when he had his semester, we went up north because he's from north. So we hadn't any time to travel, and so Greece was our first travel together abroad. So I remember sitting there in the reception, and she said, "Oh, come here and you know, is there any here who was in Greece? You know, that amazing reception." And she said, "Sit down here because you need to sign this paper because you have a pool in the room." And I'm, you know, I'm like, "What? Pool in the room? Are you kidding me?" And I have never seen a person change so fast into a bathing shorts as David did, because when I opened the door and shut it behind me, he was in the pool already. So, you know, Forever gives you so much more than an income. It gives you so much more. You can't even imagine it. So if you feel like it's a little bit hard now, qualifying for Eagle, you're not there where you want to be, oh my God, you need to go for it, because you can't pay for those trips. You can't pay for those memories you can create on those trips. Oh my God, I need to go. I have so much to talk about. Okay, so my tools to create volume. You know, the way to Phuket is through helping other achieve their goals. I know you know this. It's not rocket science. But sometimes when I sit down with my planning, I think about, okay, I need to do this volume to qualify for Eagle Manager. How many 4cc active people is that? How many supervisors organization will give me that CC volume? How many managers goal in my team do I need to have? Because sometimes when I see my goal in other goals, you can just focus on helping them achieve what they want. And I promise you, in the end of this qualification period, you really want to have people going for the goals, whatever it is, because every 4cc person in your team is a very important part of your business. Maybe even I have a list of 2cc people, you know, that people who only shop for themselves, maybe someone in the family. They are very important in your qualification, and you want to maintain them happy. You want to let them know with the new products. You get into them and say, "Hi, do you want me to come over, take a coffee, maybe show the new product you have," and so on. So you can, I love to plan my qualification by how many of each can I help to different kind of goals. But I also have some tools I want to share with you tonight. It's Summer Entrepreneurs, Moms at Home, and incentive course. So I will get into that. Mike and me was Sarah. It was amazing. And that's also amazing because you travel the world and you get to know new people, and you know, you grow so much by listen and meet new people from all over the world. And Forever is a fantastic tool to do that. So I would just get into Summer Entrepreneurs. We are in our last week of Summer Entrepreneurs, and this is, oh, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years we have done this every summer. So for all of those weeks, we are having managers coming together. So we are about 25 leaders working together and sharing the expertise and giving our all to a big group of people. I think we're around 300 people in this group. So these 25 leaders are having like 2 or 3 leaders in each week. And we really love this because this cross-line work is a fantastic thing to have. You maybe work with people you don't usually work with, and that's make you grow. So this is a tip for from me, from us in our team who's doing this, to get together with cross lines, up lines and down lines, and create this fantastic energy in a group. And we call it Summer Entrepreneurs. We educate, we inspire, we create a community in there, we create engagement, and we are so different from another. So the strength every person has when it comes together is like the best soup there is. Okay, so we can give these people in the group so many different stories. They have listened soon, because this is the last week, they have soon listened to 25 manager stories in these weeks, and they have learned about collagen, and we have had collagen quarters with them. So we do live things, and we have had after works and so on. So we really need to have, and we really want to create that energy over the summer, because sometimes the summer is hard. Some of you have been with Forever for a long time. It's ups and downs, and sometimes people take a little bit too long holidays and doesn't know how to work with Forever during the holidays, because hey, you can sit from your summer house and you can be out in your boat or whatever you do, or you like to do on your holidays, you can do in the same time as you're working. So we really wanted to have fun. So Summer Entrepreneur is a lot about fun. It's a lot about earning money during the summer, keeping the volume up during the summer. So this is fantastic tool to use. And maybe you feel like, oh, the summer is almost over, but nothing stops you to create this during the autumn. And maybe a group decide for how many weeks, go together with leaders, or it doesn't have to be managers, but leaders in your team, provide those weeks and get the people going in the group, because sometimes we are spread out in the world, and coming together like that is a really good thing. So it's have been so much fun doing it, and we know that so many FBO is loving those Summer Entrepreneur focus we have had for those years back and now. So they are coming back again and again to go this together. And I also have an inspiration group for new people. I started this group 5.5 years ago. And as you remember, I had 3 kids in the period of 4 years. So it's been a lot, but I qualified for a lot of the incentives, and I could have this as my only income. So I thought, like, how can I reach more moms out there? So I created a group, and today we are 4.6K members in this group. And I do a lot of inspiration. We talk about Forever. We present new people here, and this has been the tool for me and my team to be the top qualification in recruitment in Scandinavia. So we use this group to inspire others, because sometimes when you are new, it's hard to, how should I present Forever? How can I show them that this is an opportunity to take a look at? So they can use this group to invite their mom friends into the group and say, hey, I work with this project. Moms at Home Manage Your Time, as we call it. If you want more information, I would gladly give you that if you want. And many go into the group, but as you know, life happens. But this is a group that constantly create new FBO every month in my team, and helping my team to start recruiting, because they're not doing it themselves. We're doing it together in this group. And I will show you a little bit of what we share in this group. But the duplication here has been so important for me in my business and for my downlines business. So I have both senior managers and managers who have been top recruiters in Scandinavia just because of this group. So just try out, because this group was nothing in the beginning. I was sitting home just thinking about how can I reach more people who is in the same situation like me, and I just started. Don't think so much, because sometimes you stop with what should I call it, what should I write, who should I invite. Just stop thinking, go bananas. You don't have the time to think. You have so much to do. You know, it's so many people out there who doesn't know anything about forever, and we need to get going. We need to get going to get the information out. So don't think, you can change it. Don't be afraid of it, because you can do so much, but not by just thinking. You need to take action. Sorry, I talk so fast, but so much I want to say, and I hope you understand my English as it is. So this is like from the group. It's like in the beginning here, the first one is I present every new in that starting up with Forever. I present them because, you know, they love to see new people start in the business, because they have just taking the step. They are nervous, and you remember the feeling when you started with Forever, but they can recognize themselves in this post. It's like, oh my God, is also a teacher, or she has also 7 kids, or so we present all the new ones in here, and we have live. So we go live talking about Forever, how we work, the inspiration. We talk about what Moms at Home stands for. We stand for building strong women and mothers. So, we really, really want to give that genuine feeling of this is it, this is us. And as you understand now, in the way I am, I just give all on myself. And I have had so many like, oh, I had a text from that and that and that company, but I'm really suspicious by things like this, but this caught my attention. I really want to know more, because you felt so authentic. So that's what we really want to do in this group. No, back to the high in the roof thing again. And of course, we are very open with that we're working with Forever, and we have information about Forever in the group and so on. So my new downlines and my manager's new downlines, they can go in and they can tag the people as this is what I was starting to work with and so on. So we have a fantastic energy in that group. And also in this group, sorry for a lot of text here, but I will give you the information. In this group, but also outside this group, I create like a courses, because I have go to the university and take courses and so on. So when I thought about that, and how can I do this in Forever in sort of a funny way, or fun way, I started to think about, okay, how can we help new people take the step into Forever and have a good start with Forever? Maybe I can do a course. So we have done courses over 4 weeks, but this is an intensive course who is over 2 weeks. So I always have 4 online education. It's about the first one is about like Forever, the security, the power of forever, what forever stands for. The second one is how you create an income. So I talk about the product and how you earn and so on. The third one is that I talk about the, I talk more about recruitment and the marknadsplanen. Yeah, the supervisor and how you get paid and everything like that. And in the fourth one is more about education, goal setting, mindset, and so on. So I have 4 topics. The crucial thing here is not the crucial thing. The best thing here is we have like Monday and Thursday. We doing it on Zoom. We get everybody on the Zoom call, and they have those days until Thursday to look at this first part, because they maybe can't be on the Monday live when we are on Zoom. So I record it and put it in the group. But on Thursday, I take it away, and they need to go in the group and say, I have listened to this first part and I took with me from this part. And they write a little bit about what they learned about the first part. So that's the thing to be like approved for part 1. They need to write down in the comment field under that they have listened. So I take away the first part and we do the second part on Thursday, and I do the same again. They have the days until the third part to look at this and to write comment down below that they have listened, and I take away the second part before I do the third. Are you with me? Because sometimes when we give information, they feel like, oh, I can listen to that later, I can do that later. But if you have a course that if you want to have your diploma in the end of these 2 weeks, you need to look at this and you need to comment. And I love those comments because it's giving so much engagement in this group, and everybody like read what they took with them and the energy, it's fantastic. So in the end, when they have done those 4 topics, they get the digital diploma, and we have after work together, just getting together and having a fun time together here. So this is maybe a thing you can go together with a crossline or upline or downline and do this. And it's nothing new. You educate your downlines all the time, but to do it in a certain time, because when you are starting up with Forever, they say, oh, I want to be in that course. When do it start? So I help myself and my team to not only recruit, but get those people going. So they need to place a start order to get invited in here. And my mission is that they earn money this 2 first week, of course. So that's a good start. Creates fear of missing out. Yes, Sheila, that's the feeling. I also, maybe sounds like a bad thing, but it's a good thing, because sometimes you procrastinate things. We do that a lot, but this will keep them going. It's like, oh my God, you take that away on Thursday. I need to look at this now. So that's a really good thing. Oh, I tried to wrap this up, but it's a lot to talk about, and I haven't seen if you have any questions, but I hope you get like, the big part of it, so you can create it yourself. And please don't think about it so much. Just do it. It's so much fun, and it's a good way of getting your downlines. They don't need to be managers. You can take supervisors in and they can talk about how they started up and how they did their first sales and so on. So I really love to have that different levels and a different part of time, because I have been with Forever for 10 years. They're like, oh yeah, of course that's easy for you, Sarah, and so on. And it's like this tonight, people think like, oh my God, your energy and so on. But I'm super nervous, and you know, you doubt yourself all the time, but this forever work is like, how do you say it, like it's so fresh, you know. You need to continue educate, you need to continue being sweaty and continue doing scary things to maintain that energy level and maintain that focus. So and that is forever is amazing to keep me on track on that. So I just also want to say that this also can really change your whole life if you let it. I see so many people, including myself sometimes, I'm going to do this, I have decided, but have I really? Have I really decided? Sometimes I get so frustrated on myself. It's like, oh my God, forever is really, really giving everything that I meet up to do in forever. So what I do here forever is like coming in the middle and saying, here you have, Sarah, for the work that you do. So sometimes you really need to go back and really think about why you started and why you really want to be an Eagle manager. Why is Phuket so important for you? Maybe it's not the trip. I don't know. Maybe it's not the trip. The trip is the bonus, you know? But the way there and everything, every people you are going to meet along the road and the personal growth you are going through and the income who will go up. And one of the most important thing with the incentives, because as every other people out there, and as you see your leaders who are qualifying, you know, it's not an easy road, it's bumpy and life happens and so on. But I feel like it's my job to qualify, because if I don't do it, why should my managers in my team do it? And if the managers in my team not doing it, we don't get the duplication down in our organization, because you know, I'm too far away from some of my FBO in my team and say, of course Sarah is doing that. It's not, you know, that inspiration they need. They need to have their own upline qualifying. So that's so really, really important, that you are important for the business. You are important for your business, but you're also very important for many others' beliefs. So I know you maybe can feel like that's a heavy thing on you, but that's an amazing thing. Think of that. You can be so much for so many out there. And I know you have upline that you are looking at in the same way. So yeah, life happens. And I not wanted to end like in a downtone way, but you know that life happens. And just because of that, you are going even harder. That's my biggest advice. Just because of life happens, just because you don't have the income, just because of you need to move or separate or what is happening in your life, just because of that, you are going even stronger, even harder. So yeah, I bought a house with no heating or no water. You should have seen David. He was so sweaty when I said we buy this, you know. But forever helps me see the vision, and today even David is like, okay, you have that forever vision on, and yes, I have. 3 kids in 4 years, as I mentioned. I have 3 girls. I really want to show them that everything is possible, and it doesn't have to be shiny. It doesn't have to be fantastic all the time, but you show them that you get up again and you try and you try and you try again. And I have been so blessed in my life and don't have had so many bad things happened in my life, but the last 3 years I have had a really tough time in my family with a lot of sickness, and you know, then you really start to think what's important for you. And I think that was the time when I forever was already in me. I was already dedicated to forever, but that was the time when I said, oh my God, just because of I have done this job, I have continue consistently doing this job, I can like take 2-3 months, not totally off, but be there for my father when he was sick and my sister. And that's, you can't set a price on that, and that is forever. So we can talk about Phuket and blue, fantastic water and, sand between our toes, but the life is that happen all the time, every day, the life with your kids or your family. And I don't hope that so many recognize in sickness and so on, but life is short. Why wait? So just go for it. So that's end. I am so sweaty, people going around here is looking into my car. It's like they wondering why I'm doing in here, but I really, really want to send all my love, all my energy, and even how bumpy the road is, just smile, hug it, and feel like, okay, what will this teach me? And you have a lot of people out there. You have a fantastic Michael. You are amazing to be there for the UK, and we have Frederick, and we have our college or colleague around the world. So there are so much inspiration out there. So we really need to do more of this and show what we can give out to the world by giving them forever. So thank you.
Sarah, thank you.
Yeah.
No, we thank you. You are amazing. Thank you so much for all the stuff you shared.